All right, welcome race fans. Welcome to Hockenheim, Germany. Great track here tonight here in the DTM series, so it should be a lot of fun. These guys are in the qualification session, so we'll get her going here. All right, race fans. Welcome to TurnLeft TV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans. Welcome to Hockenheim, Germany. It's Hockenheimring. Race number 1 of the DTM 2019 season at IndyCar Brazil. That's right, man. Some BMWs, some Mercedes, and some Audis making it happen on this great road course. And I got news for you, boys and girls. It's raining. Oh my God. Hang on. The Ducks are out tonight here at Hockenheim. And it's live right here on TurnLeft TV. You better hang on to your horses tonight, boys and girls. This thing's going to be slick. It's going to be fun. It's Hockenheim. It's race number 1 here at IndyCar Brazil's DTM 2019. Thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and what a battle we're going to have tonight here at Hockenheim, man. We've got some very fast cars. I did some practice laps here a little bit earlier in the rain, and wow, that's going to be interesting. Right now we're in the qualification session. I am excited about this. I've been waiting on this for a long time here. Take a look at Edson Luis here in the 04 car. 10 minutes, I think it's actually a 10-minute qualification session. These guys, it looks like it's set up for 30 minutes, but I think they're just doing 10. Take a look at the track here at Hockenheimring, located in Hockenheim, Germany. It's in that, I think that's southwestern part of Germany. And it rained there a little bit earlier today. These guys go off of real weather, so a little rain action tonight. A little over 1.5 miles in length, 2.6 kilometers in length, 16 turns. So very tough track. You see there is a DRS zone there, zone 5. That's a DRS zone. Effectively, they call that turn 5. It's not really a turn. It's just a big, long, kind of a slightly to the left straightaway. Pick up a lot of speed there. Before that, turn 6, that hard right-hander. That's a 180-degree turn down there. See at the bottom of that track on the right. So a lot of fun, man. This track is a heck of a lot of fun. Once you get used to it, it really is. It's a tough one to drive, but it is a heck of a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy broadcasting this race to you tonight. Looks like. Oh, man, look at that. Is that Braden Mollador showing us? So, awesome. Joining us in here in the chat, so thanks so much for joining us. Ben Silva here, the top time here in qualifications. Man, he almost pulled off a victory last night in the stock car series, but Jair Oliveira held on for that race victory. '87 car, man. He is just he's just good wherever he goes. Whether it be Indy cars or stock cars, DTM cars, GT series cars, I've seen him drive it all, man. He is an awesome race car driver. So definitely want to keep our eye on here tonight. Take a look at Alessandro Barcelos. Driving that BMW here tonight. Number 11 car. Alessandro currently 8th on the grid. Then we'll take a look at the schedule here in the DTM series. Hockenheim tonight. Next week, Misano. It's a night race. Oh my gosh, is that going to be great? And then Slovakia Ring on the 19th of March, Red Bull Ring on the 26th of March, and Spa. How about that, man? That is a great track. One of my favorite tracks there. Spa Francorchamps on April the 2nd. Sachsenring finishing out this short 6-race season on April the 9th. So that's what we got going on here in the DTM 2019 season for IndyCar Brazil. Hop on board here with Alessandro Barcelos. Move this seat just a little bit closer here. See what it's like to drive behind another car as you're riding in the rain. Really fun part of the track right here. A couple right-handers and hard down the front stretch. Across the start-finish line. Fast up a 4th gear turn right there. Got that long, they're calling that the 5th turn, and then here is that hard 180-degree right-hander. So you are carrying a heck of a lot of speed there, and you got to get her down to 1st gear, and then get around that 180-degree turn there. Take a look at Edson Luis here in the 4 car. So a little rain here tonight, and it's starting to pick up a little bit too. We're going to start seeing some ponding of water on the track. That'll definitely affect the handling. I mean, believe it or not, I know this may not seem the case for those people who may not do sim racing, but you can actually feel the ponding of the water, man. It changes. You can feel that in the steering wheel. It causes the steering wheel to shake and you know, the traction to change. Yes, you can definitely feel that. Take a look at Jair Oliveira. He's representing the TurnLeft TV. Oh, man, how about that? Look at that, TurnLeft TV. How about that, man? I love that when those guys put that TurnLeft TV on their car. There it is, right there. Get a little flames on that. So awesome, JJ. Pretty stoked about that. Yeah, Braden, you're getting back your test tomorrow, man. Sure you want it tomorrow? We can hold off for another day. All right, looks like we're going to the warm-up session here. Got about 5 minutes left in the warm-up session, and then we're going to make it happen. Definitely a change of pace for me here doing the DTM cars. Hey, we'll talk a little bit about what we have coming up. Hey, tomorrow night, man, big one. Ironman Racing Series, race number 8 in the 2019 first season of that series there, 2019. Ironman Racing Series at Phoenix. 127 laps there. Starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and it should be great, man. Tire rule in that series. So you start with 4 tires on the car and get 8 additional tires throughout the duration of the race. It's up to you how you change those tires. So definitely want to check that out. That's coming up tomorrow night, live right here on TurnLeft TV. Take a look at that Elder Bueller here. That 02 car. Had a strong car last night in the stock cars. A NASCAR Total will be back in action on March the 11th, Monday, live right here on TurnLeft TV, Bristol. 100 laps from Bristol, man. That high-banked half-mile oval located in Bristol, Tennessee. It's race 6 in that Monster Cup 2019 season, and man, that's going to be wild. Beating and banging at Bristol. Tonight's race is brought to you by IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total. These guys do a great job bringing you all sorts of different types of racing. So tonight we're doing the DTM series. Thanks so much to Sullivan, Gardino, all those guys there at IndyCar Brazil for being so welcoming to me and supporting TurnLeft TV and really throwing out some great racing. A lot of fun, man. These guys do a great job. Take a look at Carlos Leite. Now, Carlos Leite has he's driving in a temporary car here tonight, so I've got a couple of guys out here in that. Got about 2 minutes left here in the warm-up session. Oh, Carlos Leite in the kitty litter right there. Take a look and see if our picture-in-picture is working or side-by-side. Looks like it's working just fine here tonight. So, hey, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see if the Ugly Mug cam's working. And it does look like it's working just fine. I got to do a little bit of a change there on the location of that, though, don't I? That looks like dog do. There we go. That helps out. Hey, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and if you're interested in supporting TurnLeft TV and myself a little bit further, you can always click down in the description of this channel and of this race and click on the Fanatic link there. That helps us out. If you're interested in purchasing a wheel or pedals, definitely give those guys a look. I've got a set of the V3 inverted pedals, and I absolutely love them, man. They are awesome. Steering wheel sitting over here to the side, waiting on the steering wheel base to get here. So excited when that happens. But again, thanks for joining us. We might have to set this up. I don't know if I got the main cam. Look at that. Oh, that ugly son of a biscuit eater right there. Let's drag him over here. Get him out of the way. There we go. How'd that guy get in there? I have no idea. Hey, thanks for joining us. Hopefully this one will work. This one's working as well. It's a little bit closer. It's gross. All right, man, I think we are about ready to get this going, boys and girls. The end of warm-up session, and should be a great race here tonight in the DTM series. IndyCar Brazil style. All right, man. It's race number 1. It's the DTM series here in IndyCar Brazil. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. We're going to make it happen here at Hockenheim. 40-minute race, and it is going to be wild. All right, the 11 of Alessandro Barcelos starts on the pole here tonight. The 09 of Edelson Carnero has no front end. Oh, there we go. There's that front end. Starts in the 2nd position. Neto Vidal starts in the 3rd position. In 4th is the 8 of Thiago França. Wilson Rashid starts in the 5th position. See a couple of these guys in temporary paint schemes. The 04 Edson Luis starts in 5th. The 87 of Benor Silva starts in the 6th position. Excuse me, 7th. And Julio Caligari is in the 8th position. Jair Oliveira starts in the 9th position. Carlos Leite starts in the 10th spot. Sullivan Gardena in the 49 starts in the 11th position. Elder Mueller in the 02 starts in 12th. Edders Mago and Jack Daniels paint scheme starting in the 13th position. All right, man, 40 minutes. And guess what? These guys do the formation lap, and they start from a standing start. So definitely going to hold on to your horses on this one. Well, 40 minutes, no pit stops. Oh, Alessandro Barcelos carrying a little bit too much speed there around the turn. He's going to have to get their baby going. Get back to the front of the field so he can get in his correct box there. That's what happens, man, when it's wet. It's a little slippery there, and Alessandro Barcelos spit in that car. So he's going to try to regain his position here and get in the correct spot for the start. See, they're getting a lot of room from Thiago França. So he can get back up front. Well, this is going to get wild, boys and girls. It is going to get wild. It's wet. It's Hockenheim. It's race number 1 here in the DTM 2019 season. Here we go. All right, heading on into turn 1. You better hold on. They're 4 wide. Oh, contact right there off the bat. Oh, Alessandro Barcelos. Ooh, we got a big wreck right there. I have a feeling there was going to be some melee, and somebody's lost a doghouse right there. Looks like a Neto Fidel has lost the front end of that car. I knew it was going to be mayhem. Now Alessandro Barcelos now back to the 3rd spot. Edelson Carnero is in 1st. Excuse me, Edders Magel is shown as in the 1st position. I don't know where Eder is here, but he's shown in 1st. Edders Magel not on the track here, and he was shown in the 1st position. Now, he must have lost his connection here. Edelson Carnero is our race leader. Alessandro Barcelos is 2nd. On the board here with Edelson Carnero as he gets around the turn. Here's the double right-hander. Come back down the front stretch. Man, we had a big one there at the beginning here. Watch this. This is just going to get wild right here at the start. Watch this. Contact right there. And then you see Neto Vidal down on the inside here trying to squeeze through. Gets into Alessandro Barcelos, puts him out, and then off the track. And then Neto Vidal comes spinning back across the track. It's going to take a big hit right there. And then crushed. See the doghouse of that car off, and looks like Edson Luis also big time damage to him as well. But just, ooh, man, this is Edson Luis right there taking a massive hit. Oh, big damage for him. So Edelson Carnero is the race leader, but I'll tell you what, he has got Alessandro Barcelos breathing down his neck right now. Elder Mueller here in the 0-2 car. Right now, Elder is shown in the 9th position in that 0-2. He's got somebody off the track just ahead here. A little bit of a battle right there between the Carlos Leite and Elder Mueller as he gets by. Carlos Leite just got that car back out on the track. Jair Laveda here in the 17 car. Ooh, losing a little back into that thing, and that thing's coming off the track there. Good news for him is he's not hit anything here, so he can get that thing back in gear and get her going. Just lost some positions here. Take a look at Ben Silva here in the 87 car. We got Edson Luis. I think Edson Luis has actually made a pit stop here. So Edson Luis has come down pit lane. He's pitted that car, which is kind of strange here. I didn't think these guys were going to be making pit stops here, but the machine of Edson Luis coming down pit lane. We got a battle here, man. This is Edelson Carnero, and oh man, he was sideways right there. Over on the rumble strips, the 09 is the race leader, and just behind him, blocked by the spoiler, is that guy right there, Alessandro Barcelos. He is all over the back of Edelson Carnero. Good battle between the two of those guys. Carlos Leite back out on track here. Coming up on Wilson Rashid. See Carlos Leite here in the 00, the temp paint scheme there. Looks like he had gotten around Wilson Rashid here. See if we can't do a sync up here real quick of our replay. There's Carlos Leite. He is leaving the track right there, and Wilson Rashid gets by. Carlos Leite making some contact with the wall there. Oh, he might have lost his right side door. He does. He doesn't have a door on that thing. So he spins around, and Wilson Rashid takes the position. Take a look at Sullivan Gardena here in the 49 car. He is right now running in the 10th position. Got a TurnLeft TV sponsorship on the front of that car. How about that, man? And on the spoiler, my gosh, I got to root for that guy. So one of my students worried about getting the test back tomorrow. Yeah, you're going to get it back. Take a look at the Giulio Caligari here. He is running in the 5th position right now. So these guys have some cars that kind of look similar here because the paint scheme situation is probably got to be improved here a little bit. Wilson Rashid running just behind him in the 6th position. Take a look at Thiago França. He is running in the 4th spot, and he is closing in on Ben Silva. These guys running pretty close together here. See Thiago França through that turn there pretty well, and good couple left-handers here, and then we got a couple right-handers here. This is a part I really like this track, man. It's really a spot that if you can master this, you can really pick up a lot of time there. And you see Thiago França having a good exit there, coming down the front strip, crossing the start-finish line into turn 1 here. Not quite as good as Ben Silva was through that area. Ben Silva definitely using that overrun area to his advantage here in the 87 car. Tell you what, man, Edelson Carnero has extended that lead over Alessandro Barcelos. So it got pretty close there, but nonetheless, extended that lead. Now out to about a 3.5-second lead over Alessandro Barcelos. We got about 30 minutes left here, just a little over 30 minutes left here in this race. So we've been 10 minutes, and we've had an action-packed race here. So DTM 2019, first race of the season here at Hockenheim. Our leader is Edgelson Carnero. Alessandro Barcelos is second. Those guys got a pretty big lead here. Here's third place right here. Thiago França coming around in third. Take a look at Wilson Rashid here in the fifth position. Right now, Wilson is about 34 seconds off the race lead. Julio Caligari just behind him. About a couple seconds back there, about 2.7 seconds behind Wilson Rashid. Elder Mueller here shown in the seventh position. That 02 car. Carlos Leite here in the eighth position. Coming down the front stretch there, hard right-hand turn there. Fast right-hand turn, I should say. Take a look at the Jair Oliveira, man. He's got some company. You see the race leader goes by there. So Jair Oliveira now down one lap as our race leader, Edgelson Carnero, comes around. And I'll tell you what, man, Alessandro Barcelos, I think he's making a pit stop here. So it definitely looks like the Alessandro Barcelos here in the 11 car making a pit stop. And I got to wonder to myself, is this a situation where, oh man, he did not get into his pit box very, very well. And I just got to be wondering, oh, look at this. You see, he backs up. He missed his pit box. He backed up, and he's still, man, that's going to cost him some major time there. Take a look at Thiago França here in that 8 car. Now in the second position, so Alessandro Barcelos on pit lane. Back up here, the race leader, Edgelson Carnero. So that 09 car hooked up tonight, that BMW. So Alessandro Barcelos now back out on track after making a pit stop. He is now in the 6th position. The good news for him is he's on the lead lap. So he stayed on the lead lap. The bad news is he had a really tough time there in on pit lane, pitting that car. So he's definitely lost some time here. And if these other guys are going to have to make a pit stop, then chances are they're probably going to have a better pit stop than what he has had. Take a look at Neto Fidal. He is running in the 11th position. Right now, Neto 3 laps down in 11th. See, now if I was out running here, I would be probably 10 laps down by now. My goal with these guys run these kind of cars all the time. My goal with these guys, and also when I did Alta Velocidad, raced in their GT Series season, was try not to get lapped. Hard to do when you got guys like this out on the track, and that's that Carnero guy is an awesome race car driver, man. He got can really get in any car and be competitive and really challenge for a race victory. He's really slinging this car around through the turns. This is the part of the track right here where I think he can really make up a lot of time. See, he moves in that overrun area as he crosses the start-finish line, heading on down into turn 1 here. This is a very fast part here. See, and you see him really shaking on that wheel there, moving around on that wheel. I mean, that's because it upsets the balance of that car, but you can feel that in your wheel. I mean, when you're racing those force feedback wheels, you can definitely feel the undulations in the track. You can feel the rumble strips. When you're making contact with other cars, you can feel that as well. So, you see 6th gear there, big, long, sweeping turn, and then this hard right-hand turn here as the 09 car makes that 180-degree turn, which is turn 6. Look at that, Miguel Braga joining us in here. So, na próxima estaré, I don't know how to presente. I'd have to do the translation on that. I think he said basically he wasn't able to make it for the start. But hey, good to see Miguel Braga in here tonight. Definitely a regular with IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total. Right now, Edilson Carneiro is the race leader, and this guy is fast. Thiago França shown in the 2nd position. He is 20 seconds off the race lead. Benor Silva is shown in the 3rd spot. Hey, look at that, Edders Bagel. He said he lost connection. That's okay, man. There's nothing that a little Jack Daniels can't cure, Edder. Always enjoy monitoring Edders Magel's posts. He always said this many times. He posts these recipes online, and are these guys, people making food and so forth. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to try that. Benor Silva right now running in the 3rd position. He's 33 seconds back. Had a big race last night. Good battle there with Jair Oliveira there toward the end. Jair Oliveira able to hold off the charge of the 87 car. Benor Silva out here in 3rd spot. Wilson Rashid running in the 4th position. Right now, Wilson is shown 37, almost 38 seconds down. Got 22 minutes left to go, so we're just about halfway through this race, and Edilson Carneiro is the race leader. But I'll tell you what, man, I think that race lead is narrowing a great deal. See, side by side right now as he puts trying to figure out who that is there. It's hard when they don't have these big fat numbers on the car. Take a look at the Elder Mueller. Elder Mueller, they're getting off the track in the kitty litter, but it keeps that car pointed in the right direction. Good news for him. 20 minutes left here as the 09 Elder Mueller running in the 8th position. Watch this, Carlos Leite, man, without a door, he's got to be getting some rain inside that car. I think he's got to be getting some rain in that car here as he is missing a door. I don't know, man. Let's see. Hey, man, where's your door? Really get an idea of Carlos Leite working the wheel here. Got to be getting a little wet in there. That's funny. That would probably, in the real series, get you black flagged into the pits. I'm just saying, I think that'd probably be the case. At 19 minutes, a little over 19 minutes left here, about 19 and a half minutes left to go. As Edelson Carnero has about a 20-second lead over Thiago França. Benor Silva shown in third. Wilson Rashid is fourth. See Edson Luis going by there. Take a look at Alessandro Barcelos. He is running in the 5th position, trying to get back. Just kind of perplexed as why he made a pit stop there, but nonetheless he did. I guess he felt like if everybody's going to have to make a pit stop here, I'm going to do it early. There's definitely a different sense of strategy there when you don't have any caution flags. You just have sector cautions only. And I think for me, when I've raced in GT Series or DTM cars, and I've raced in a timed race, and I don't have any caution flags to worry about, what I think I'm doing is just trying to make it to halfway through the fuel run, or halfway in the race, and then make a pit stop, change tires, and get back at it. Pit stops typically take a little bit longer in these cars than what you might see with stock cars. So you see Alessandro Barcelos right here running in the 5th position. Take a look at Giulio Caligari. He is running in 6th. So a little rain here tonight has really not put a damper on the action. It's been a good race. We've had a few incidents here, but nonetheless, guys are plugging away. This is Neto Vidal. Right now running in the 11th position. Edson Luis indicating he might have come off track here, and he sweeps a little wide, and in the kitty litter right there. Keeps that car pointed in the right direction. Good job to Edson Luis for not losing control of that car. Easy to do when you get over there in the gravel. Look at this, man. Benor Silva in the 87 car does the same thing. He's in the gravel right there. I don't know. Maybe that's the fast way around this track. Don't tell me. Do not tell me that the TurnLeft TV sponsor Beamer. Oh man, Thiago França gets off track there. Good job for to keep that out of the wall. So that 8 car back at it. That wide or that long left-hander here. That's turn 5, and then heading on into turn 6 here. This is a tough one. So right now, Thiago running in the second position. Well, the 09 in control here with 15 minutes, about 15 and a half minutes left to go. Thiago França is second, Benor Silva third, Wilson Rashid. Now, Alessandro Barcelos might have just gotten by Wilson Rashid here. We'll take a look. Ooh, Wilson Rashid off the track here and on board with Alessandro Barcelos. Oh, man, is he getting by here on the outside? So Wilson Rashid gets off track here. We'll take a look at this again. That might have been a little bit of warping action right there, just a little bit, but looks like the 11 car getting by Wilson Rashid here, taking over the fourth position. So good battle there. That ain't over, man. That battle right there is not over. Jair Leveda here in the 17 car. Coming through the S's. A little bit overrun here. Getting off track, and he spins that car. Oh, man. He does a good job there of keeping that car, getting that car back to pointed in the right direction. You really see a lot of water building up on the track here. Oh my gosh, man. And that was tight right there. See Jair, ooh, a little bit of contact right there. Neto Vidal having some trouble here. He's in the kitty litter and trying to get that car back out on track, pointed in the right direction. He might have come off track here a second time. Coming through those two right-handers. So the rain is starting to pick up here, boys and girls. Wilson Rashid here closing in on Benor Silva. Benor Silva and Alessandro Barcelos together, I believe. Watch this. This is Alessandro Barcelos. Wilson Rashid. Oh, looked like a little bit of warp right there. Wilson Rashid warped back, gets into the back of Alessandro Barcelos, and those guys spin. So the 87 car, I think he warped backwards. Take a look at this again. Watch this. The 87 just ahead in that yellow car. He warps back right here. Watch this. See, he warps backwards and gets into the back of the 87 or the 11 car. My heavens, man. Maybe it's the rain. Now Benor Silva here shown to spin around again here, so things getting really, really slick. And I'll tell you what, man, anytime the 87, he takes out the pylon right there. We're going to pick that up and give that to Benor Silva here after a while. That's going to be his trophy for just finishing this dang race. Watch this, man, on board. He loses gets off here just a little bit, loses the back end of that car, and then slides that around and takes out that little pylon right there. See, he's sideways here and then taking out the pylon. Well, I'll tell you what, a guy who has had a pretty flawless race so far, knock on wood, is Edgelson Carnero. He is the race leader. Thiago França is second. Edson Luis here in the 04 car. Running in the 9th position as he gets by Jair Oliveira. Now, Jair Oliveira might be on pit lane. And that is correct. So Jair Oliveira in that 17 coming back out on track. Carlos Leite here having some issues. Carlos Leite off in the gravel right there and then spins that car. Oh, boy. Carlos Leite leaving that doghouse in the yard. back out on track. Oh, and he hits the sign. Somebody's going to hit that thing right there. Oh, and somebody does. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Carlos Leite left a sign out there. And that might have been the race leader. How about that, man? Carlos Leite leaving a gift. Watch this again. He takes out this sign as he gets back out on the track. So he smacks the wall there, loses the doghouse of the car. And then watch this, man. He's going to come back out here. He's going to take out this sign. He says, hell with it. Hits the sign, and then the sign's laying right there. And then it's going to get taken out right there. No harm, no foul. I don't know, man. Carlos Leite does not have a lot of car left there. He's missing the door. He's missing the doghouse. This car is completely intact right here. And that is the 09 of Edgelson Carnero. Just that rain, man, and we had a little bit of a just continuous rain throughout the course of this race, and this track is just soaked. Like I said at the beginning of the race, man, the Ducks are going to win. The Ducks like the rain, and guess what? The Carnero Duck is in the lead, 31 seconds over Thiago França. Elder Mueller here in the '09 car. We'll see if we can't get a view of him as he comes across the start-finish line. Elder Mueller running in the seventh position. Neto Vidal here. These tires start to give up here a little bit as he's coming down a pit lane there and overshoots the pits. Oh my God! Oh my God! I hope he's okay. Oh my heavens, man! Watch this. I have got to watch this, man. He comes off the track and smacks the tire barrier there and just overshoots the thing, and he's lost the doghouse and a tire, so he's got some suspension damage on that vehicle. Oh my heavens. So very, very wet course here. These guys trying to hang on here. This is Jair Oliveira overshooting that turn and spinning that car around. Good news for him is it doesn't look like he hit anything here. So far we got a little bit of a sector caution there, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Well, this is the guy, man, to watch, the 09. He has not brought that car into the pit, so some of these other guys have made pit stops, but this 09 car, Edgelson Carnero, with about 7 minutes left to go, has not made a pit stop. And he is being very, very conservative right now. Thiago França is off the track here, so he's come off track. We'll see what happened to him. Our second place car. So watch this, man. Just having trouble in that turn right there, and he spins, and then you're going to see some guys coming by here as he's trying to get this car back out on track. See Elder Mueller go by, Alessandro Barcelos go by. So Alessandro Barcelos looking out of the front of his machine. You see Thiago França down on the inside line as he makes that pass. So this 11 car now up to the second position. Take a look at Thiago França. He's running in the third spot now. I mean, these guys just pushing these cars to the limit here in the rain. Cannot have any more challenging conditions for these guys. And the 8 car having a good night, though. He's still in the third position. Wilson Rashid here in the fourth spot. Take a look at the Elder Mueller as he let Wilson Rashid go by. So Elder Mueller here in seventh. It's just a good gentlemanly move right there. He let that fourth place car, Wilson Rashid, go by. So this is the 0-2 of Elder Mueller. Take a look at Edson Luis here in the 4 car. Looking out of the front of his machine. See Julio Caligari in the 6th position. This is Edson Luis in 8th. Ooh, good move right there through the turn. I love that part of the course right there. Oh man, he's got Julio Caligari all over the back of him right now. He made that pass. Not for position there. So Edson Luis running in the 8th spot. Julio Caligari in 6th, just behind. So Julio is a lap up on him. Edson Luis here getting by Carlos Leite. Now this Carlos Leite here. See Carlos Leite having some trouble right there, and then Edson Luis passing him. Max, a good dog race down into the turn. Well, Edson Luis is up to the 8th position. Tell you what, man, our race leader, 3 minutes left to go. Edilson Carnero's got a 28-second lead over Alessandro Barcelos. Thiago França is in the 3rd position. Wilson Rashid is 4th. Now, those guys are pretty close together there. Take a look at Alessandro Barcelos as he goes by. And then here's Thiago França right here. And then Wilson Rashid is just behind him. So that's getting pretty tight right there as we got a few minutes left to go. Not make any mistakes, man. If you do, the other guy's going to be able to pounce on that. But this guy got a big cushion here. Edilson Carnero in the 09. Challenging conditions, but this guy has been spot on from the start of the race. So there goes Edson Luis right there. Again, taking a look at Alessandro Barcelos in the 11 car in that BMW. Running in the 2nd position. Just behind him is Thiago França. Out of the front of his car. You can see the spray there of Alessandro Barcelos, and I keep thinking to myself, he is just going to try to run him down here with these closing minutes here. He doesn't have long to go. Maybe he's got about a lap here to go. To be able to catch him here with just 1:41. He might get another lap in. Well, right now, man, it is all Edilson Carnero. Alessandro Barcelos is 2nd. Thiago França is 3rd. Wilson Rashid 4th. Benor Silva is 5th. Julio Caligari is shown in the 6th position. Elder Mueller 7th. Edson Luis is 8th. Carlos Leite 9th. Jair Loveda is 10th. Probably going to be the last lap here. Usually takes about 1:40 or so to get around this track. So we're under a minute here as the 09. He is led from the beginning, man. Had a little bit of a mishap there early on, and he was able to capitalize on it, get that car to the front, and he has not looked back. And really had a pretty flawless race. I've not seen any instances of where he's come off track. So, Edulson Carnero, the 09. That BMW. The king of Hockenheim tonight. He's going to come away with a big, big win here in the DTM series. He is driving that car like he's racing somebody tonight, too. He's got a huge lead. So this is going to be it. Coming around the final turn, the 09. Edulson Carnero wins that race, man. Congratulations. What a great win for the 09. Gets a big, big race win. Alessandro Barcelos is probably going to finish in the second position here in that 11 car. Got a little bit of ways to go, but as long as he doesn't have any hitches there, it looks like that BMW there, number 11, going to come in second place in the final turn here for the 11 car. So good race for him, finishing in the second position. He led a few laps there, so we had a good night here. And the eight car in third. Tiago França finishes in third, and Wilson Rashid going to finish in the fourth position. So good job to Wilson Rashid. Beno Silva gets a fifth place finish. Julio Caligari is sixth. Elder Mueller is going to finish in the seventh spot. Edson Luis, eighth. Carlos Leite, ninth. And Jair Oliveira finishes in the 10th position. So great job to the 09 car. Big race win for him. Big long victory lap in the rain. The king of the ducks. The head duck, as the 09 gets a big, big race win. Congratulations to him. How many times have we seen him win, man? He's just on a roll, and no matter what car he gets in, he's just on a roll, man. He's just a great race car driver, nice guy, and good to see him in victory lane. Is that the winner picture we want up there? Well, there's one. How about that one, man? It's raining. So congratulations to Edulson Carnero on a big race win for him. Looks like they are they going to start it again? So we'll see if we can't get a quick word with him up in the booth. That was a great race there. A wet race, but a great race for him. Move his name over here, get her nice and centered for the screenshot. So congratulations to Edjulson Carnero. It's a big win here at Hockenheim. That was a very challenging race there. I mean, I could just tell how much these guys were really trying to hang on to these cars. Some of the guys made pit stops here and said, "Hey, I've got to get some new tires on this thing. I got to do something with this car." As wet as it was, as wet as the track was, it's really hard to believe that we didn't have any more issues than what we did. So it was a good race for those top three. At least I remember who those were. Then it was Alessandro Barcelos finished in the third position, and who do we have there in Thiago França finishes in the third spot. Sorry about that. In second was Alessandro Barcelos. Hey, coming up next week, next Monday, we'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Monster Cup 2019 season, race number 6, 100-lapper from Bristol. Should be a great one, man. We had a great race last night at Chicagoland, and I just imagine what it's going to be like at Bristol when these guys start beating and banging around for 100 laps. Should be great. These guys, man, some of these guys are, just drive those cars on the edge, aggressive in a good way, and it really will lend itself very well, I think, to Bristol here. A little beating and banging, a little paint swapping. So that's coming up on Monday, March 11th, and the racing starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Actually, I take that back. We might be at 9 p.m. because we're actually jumping ahead an hour, and I know Brazil, they've already changed times. So I think we're going to be closer. We're 2 hours behind Brazil right now, Sao Paulo, and I think we're going to be just 1 hour as we spring forward. So it's kind of weird, man. I mean, in the wintertime here in the United States, we go back as far as 3 hours behind Sao Paulo because it's summer there. And then when they change times a little bit earlier, we kind of hang out for a little while so that we're only 2 hours behind them. And then now as we spring forward, we're only going to be an hour behind them. So I think I've got it figured out, man. But that's coming up on Monday. We'll check the times there, but I think it's either going to be 8 p.m. If you show up at 8, man, hey, what the heck? You can hang out for an hour and wait for the race if it starts at 9. the Ironman Racing Series will be back in action tomorrow for 127 laps at Phoenix, race number 8 in that first season of 2019. Should be a great one. There's a tire rule in that series, so that's one you definitely want to check. There'll be a lot of passing, a lot of great racing, so it should be a really, really good race. So that's coming up tomorrow night right here on TurnLeft TV. All right, hey, thanks for coming up here. Edgelson Carneiro gets a great race win in the rain at Hockenheim. Good job.
Edilson, ele já está te parabenizando aí pela grande vitória em Hockenheimring aí na chuva, dominou a prova. Parabéns aí.
Valeu, obrigado. Corrida difícil, né? Aí com chuva, mas acabou dando certo, né? Tinha muita gente aí que estava rápido, mas eu acabei conseguindo abrir um pouquinho de distância e me manter na primeira posição.
He thanks. He said that it was a very difficult race with rain. Too many racers are too fast, but he can get an advantage. He opened some time, some advantage for the opponents, and for the end he administrated the advantage.
It looked like that he was just very, very patient, and when other guys were really overdriving the car given the rain, that Edgelson was very patient and didn't pit the car, and I didn't see him get off track or spin out one time.
Ele diz que você foi muito paciente, ele viu sua corrida e você foi muito paciente enquanto os outros estavam sendo mais afoitos, estavam arriscando mais e assim acabavam errando, acabavam vacilando e tudo, e enquanto ele não viu você nenhuma vez beliscar lá de fora da pista, errar nenhuma vez, ele não viu nenhum erro seu.
Isso, eu tentei, assim, larguei bem, né? Eu fiz uma boa largada ali, me mantive em primeiro e até dei uma escapadazinha ali no final, né? No final, nós faltando 3, 4 voltas, eu até dei uma escapadazinha, mas não comprometeu muito não o tempo de volta. E também, como eu vi que o segundo, o terceiro colocado, talvez eles fizeram uma parada, não sei dizer direito, mas como eu vi que eles ficaram assim, cerca de 20 segundos lá atrás e eu sabia que não ia parar, aí eu administrei realmente, né? Fui devagarzinho, assim, com muito cuidado para não errar e administrando mesmo a diferença. Acho que foi mais por isso, né?
He says that he was so many careful, and when he said that he opens an advantage, he administrated that advantage. He saved his tires. He saw that some pilots change his tires. Some pilots maybe started with fuel, and he thinks that the stop in the pit waste so many time. When he opens a great advantage, he administrates.
Yeah, great job. I kept thinking when I saw Alessandro Barcelos and Thiago França both come down pit lane that you would have to pit as well, but then I remembered that Sullivan said that nobody, there were no mandatory pit stops. So I thought, wow, it's going to be an insurmountable lead at that point by not coming into the pits. And it had to be a good feeling, Elder, from your perspective, to see your teammate win the race.
Edilson, ele está perguntando agora a minha perspectiva de ver o meu companheiro de equipe ganhando. RJ, Edilson is for me a great master, a great teacher, a great friend, and I admire him too much. He won all the races for the championship of 2018, and he started winning this race, this championship. He's one of the best pilots that I ever met. Every category that he races, he is competitive. He wins. He fights, and I try to follow his image. I'm so happy seeing him winning. I remember one race that he was without fuel. He's out fuel, and I pull him to the pits, and he can get some points for that race. If I didn't doing that, maybe he wasn't a champion. I don't know, but I always admire him. Eu torço pela vitória dele, né? I don't remember the words, but I admire him so much.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, and you're doing a great job. How do both of you feel, Elder Edgelson, about Misano next week? Have you been on the track? If you've been on the track, how do you feel about that course?
Edilson, ele está te perguntando aí o que você tá, como você se sente aí com a próxima etapa, Misano. Como é que você está se sentindo aí sobre essa corrida?
Eu nunca corri lá, não conheço a pista, né? Então vai ser assim, agora mesmo eu não sei dizer assim, o que esperar da etapa. Eu vou tentar treinar antes, né? Um pouco antes do decorrer da semana, para não fazer como de costume, né? Que eu treino normalmente só na véspera. Treinar um pouco antes para ver como é que vai ser a pista, e à noite acho legal, né? Eu tenho o costume de correr à noite em endurance, e é isso. É mais uma pista aí para aprender, e espero conseguir, né, mais um bom resultado aqui.
Edilson never raced in Misano. Then he try to train more, train earlier, to continue the track, to learn the track, learn his secrets, but he thinks that will be a difficult race, because it's will be at night, and because it's a uncanny track.
Well, I have no doubt that both of you will come well prepared for Misano. I've said before that I really think that Edelson can get in any car and be competitive and win with that car. We've seen him do it in the stock cars, here in the DTM cars, in Indy cars, and also in GT cars as well. I know personally I've seen him win a lot of races. What a great race car driver and a very kind gentleman he is. Good luck to both of you next week. Let's see those teammates in finishing 1-2 at Misano.
We will try, but it's so difficult. We have so many great pilots in this league. I think that every race and victory becomes more difficult.
Well, congratulations, enjoy, and go dry off. You are the champion duck tonight.
Ok. Ele disse que você é o pato campeão dessa noite, que nadou e conseguiu chegar em primeiro lá, ele disse.
Beleza. Eu gosto muito de andar na chuva. Ajuda também, né?
Isso é. He loves racing in the rain. He loves.
All right, man. Well, hey, good job. We'll see you next week at Misano.
See you. Thank you.
All right, that's Elder Mueller doing some translating for us, and Edelson Carneiro, the race winner here, joining us up in the broadcast booth. So much fun to have those guys come up here and join us. And I know, I want to say that many times, and I've had Carlos Leite, Jair Oliveira, Elder Mueller come up and translate, and they're so self-conscious about, my English isn't that good and so forth, and I keep telling them, your English is a lot better than my Portuguese. I can say about 10 words in Portuguese, and that's 10 more words than I could say before I met you guys. So you guys have been so friendly to me and so welcoming, and I really feel very comfortable, even though we I don't speak Portuguese, and we've got to use some Google Translator once in a while to join in the conversation. I really feel that a lot of the language barrier is overcome by just the friendliness that I've gotten out of all of these folks here. I just can't say enough of how welcomed I feel here at IndyCar Brazil. What a great race it was. I really wish it was a longer race, man. I was starting to really get into this, even though we were splashing around a little bit in the rain. Could you get any more of a flawless race for Edelson Carneiro tonight in the 09 car? When other guys were pitting because they, out of necessity or coming off the track, really making a hard contact with the wall, spinning out multiple times, the 09 kept that car on the track, did not pit, was patient, and knew in the grander scheme of things, he knew that he was going to open up a really, really big, comfortable lead, and that's exactly what he did. So great job to the 09 of Edelson Carneiro at getting a big race win here at Hockenheim. This is one of the most famous tracks, definitely one of the most famous tracks in Europe, but I would say in all of motorsports, Hockenheim is a very important track, and it's a big win. Well, hey, coming up next Monday here at NASCAR Total IndyCar Brazil, a little change of pace, so to speak, in the Monster Cup season. Race number 6, 100 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's going to be a great one, man. Some beating and banging around on that high-banked half-mile concrete oval. 100 laps with these guys. These guys are going to have a blast, man. And I tell you what, we're going to get to 100 laps. We're going to want to do 100 more. That's how fun this race is going to be. I'm excited. Can't wait for Monday, March 11th to roll around, and we'll make it happen right here live on TurnLeft TV. Coming up tomorrow night, the Ironman Racing Series will be at Phoenix for race number 8 in that first season of 2019, 127 laps. That's coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on TurnLeft TV live. Tonight's race has been brought to you by IndyCar Brazil. These guys do a great job. Thanks so much to Sullivan Gardena and all the guys here at IndyCar Brazil for making me feel so welcome, but also putting on a great show. Every time they throw something out there, man, whether it be Indy cars or DTMs or GT cars, for fun races too, and also don't forget the stock cars. These guys just do a masterful job, and it very, very entertaining. And you see Misano night, man. Oh my God, I'm so excited about that coming up, man. That night race. So I'll have to get on that track and check it out. So that I'm excited about that. Look at that, man. They've even got the video, my TurnLeft TV promo video up there for you to check out too. So, and actually there's a couple that IndyCar there was from. There's a race there. I was driving in that race. So I put that in the highlight, man. We were swapping around, banging some tires and so forth. It was a lot of fun, man. That was a Indianapolis Motor Speedway race. And there's my car there, a DTM series that I raced with them. So that's awesome, man. I really enjoy the DTM cars, and from this perspective as well. So thanks to those guys for throwing that video up there on their website. Appreciate that. Well, great job, Edelson Carnero, and a great race win. You got 5 more races, and I think by the time we get done with those 5 races, we're going to want to do 5 more. That's just how fun this is. Thanks so much for joining us on the YouTube channel. If you're interested in getting some updates and so forth and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the thumbs up button if you like this race. And if you're interested in contributing at another level, you can also go up into the banner of the TurnLeft TV channel and hit the donate button and donate to the efforts. But I greatly appreciate you coming out, man. I feel so fortunate to have people come out and actually watch these races. It really is, very sobering for me, and I just something that I do not take lightly. Well, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. That'll do it for us tonight. Our first DTM race of the season. Hockenheim in the books. We're going to dry off now. And congratulations to Edelson Carnero. Big race win. Hey, we out of here. We'll see you next time.